Holy shit!
Wow. So finally I have managed to kill Blood-starved Beast, and it was a long coming. It was a very long coming. Since I have actually given up on the game, I'm not too sure, 3 times, maybe 4 times at this point, it feels like. And I still am aiming towards finishing this game, killing all the bosses, perhaps even going for a platinum trophy on the game as well. Now, yeah, seriously, that far I'm actually thinking about going for. So, I've actually looked through online and people were just simply saying, like, with the comparison of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, Bloodborne is far more difficult. I can see why they are talking about that, definitely. Now, I was initially thinking, okay, since I have finished Dark Souls 3, I've killed all the bosses, like Nameless King as such, like he was the biggest trouble of them all. I personally thought that he was providing it to me, but then I was like thinking, well, how hard will Bloodborne be at this point? Where, you know, I think I got it down. I think I got the mechanics down. I think I should be able to do this, and I should be able to pull it off. No, oh god, no. Oh god, no. Even after finishing Dark Souls 3 completely, and yet I just fucking could not kill Blood-starved Beast. I had so many difficulties with him. And thankfully, come to the rescues are you guys. Wanted to give me help and pretty much join in with my adventure and maybe gain the attentions of the beast so I could deal damage to him, or just simply the game together and enjoy it that way, as an example. A lot of people would expect it to be more of a cheating sort of thing, right? Online, I don't know how this is cheating, if this is a part of the gameplay. It's not really cheating. But yeah, it kind of does actually, how can I say, easier makes the experience, for sure. It's all because there's another person that is dealing damage on the boss while you perhaps recuperating, or you perhaps on defensive line, right? And maybe as well as the boss himself is divorced only on you specifically, while the other enemy is doing a lot of dealing, a lot of damage, and vice versa, of course. So this makes it a whole lot of easier, like opponents and bosses, everything actually, in a whole game, and so to say. In some cases, I actually have this question. I'm not too sure why From Software even decided to do this. I think it's kind of ridiculous in some cases. I don't know. Basically, if they wanted to implement a co-op, like a non-online experience to this game, I think it would have worked just fantastically. In fact, this game is so much more fun with friends. It's easier, like so much. Well, I don't want to say easier, right? The game is still not easy, don't get me wrong, but it's easier what I mentioned already, right? The vice versa thing, you know, distraction and dealing, not really double the amount of damage, because there still is some kind of scaling going on. So you can't, like, say, have them a highest level person come into your game and he could just obliterate all your enemies. No, that does not work like that, because there's scaling. Well, to the some kind of degree, because there's a lot of cheaters on Bloodborne that a lot of people will be very hesitant of actually inviting. I did not do that. I did not bother. I don't want to invite randoms. And plus, at that point, I was like all out of the insights. Insight? Yeah, that's the name. And so, you know, I only used for the people that are actually hardcore into the Bloodborne, or at least know a lot about it, or even finished the game, or just simply know a lot about the game anyway. So I went with the guts. I actually ended up inviting a couple of people. Well, one to be more specific. One of them is my friends on the PlayStation. The other guy is actually, he's here on YouTube. Perhaps he's listening to the commentary right now as well. How you doing, dude? And I'm going to be mentioning your guys' names. There's also another person that actually helped me out. And here's a bit of a shout out. Goes to Prime Panda Beats. Check him out, by the way, guys. Link down below in the description for his YouTube channel. I really do appreciate for the help, bro. And you know, like, he even mentions like he's willing to give me a little more help if I would require it. For example, if I want to take care of the rest of the bosses, as an example, or just, you know, play together, right? The other one is actually Hobbit 0404. He's actually a friend of the Prime, and he helped out as well. He's pretty much an expert in this game. And last but not least is Naruto Sasuke 67. I'm not sure if he was listening to this, but just wanted to mention his name as well. He's also, yeah, he is also an expert in this game, since he's playing New Game Plus. I'm not too sure, it's the second or third one, yeah. But anyway, so thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate it. Now, back on track regarding with the experience and how far I think I might be going progress with it. Well, currently you are watching anyway the gameplay of how far I have developed playing this game, and with the progression rate anyway, right? We've managed to kill Rom the Vacuous. Vakos? Spider? I can't pronounce the name. Yeah, and yeah, you can clearly see by the gameplay I was not alone. I have invited the NPC, and for the hell of it, to be honest, I did not know what was the reason of inviting the NPC, because like there's so many spiders in here, I thought maybe it would be better to have an NPC as well, because we need more distractions. And the other guy was Naruto and Sasuke67. He helped out as well, of course. Now, since we've been we killed this boss, right? You'll see later on, of course, again. I encountered with this weird looking sky, all red now. A lot of people say as well to me that this is more of a half point mark of the game. Pretty much you're halfway home. By the way, yes, that's just an expression, you're not actually going home, but still. But anyway, at this point you can clearly see I got a holy sword, holy blade I think was actually the name, and it's considered, I think, it's considered to be one of the best weapons in Bloodborne, the vanilla Bloodborne, not the DLC by the way. And I've upgraded it as well up to +6, or 6+, no it's +6, yeah. And I still am gonna go for +10, that's for sure. I've also heard that there are like up to a similar case with the Dark Souls, right? The maximum rank is, I believe, was +10. So goes in here as well, Bloodborne. There are so many similarities to this, to Bloodborne and Dark Souls, it's insane. Oh my god, I gotta mention this. I hated this. I really did not like this. In Bloodborne, if you want to get a vial, as an example, right, to get your health back up, yeah, well, you have to press the triangle on a PlayStation. But in Dark Souls 3, if you want to get your HP back up, you have to press square. And my god, that actually bothered me so much. You know, you have to actually change your muscle memory of how you will be getting your health back up, right? It's just like, it boggled my mind for a couple of hours or so. But now, no, now it's all good. I'm used to it, somewhat. Somewhat. No, now regarding the health potions, I don't know why I still call health potions, I know they're not health potions, whatever. But anyway, still, the game itself is so many mysteries in here that you just want to explore and be part of even longer and have a good time playing with it. In some cases, I'm actually also considering that I'm kind of regretting that I did not play Dark Souls 3 as a co-op as well. I'm actually very much regretting that. I think it would have been so much more fun to play with your friends, and as well, I would say even an easier experience. What would you be missing on if you would be playing this solely solo, right? I actually don't see the reason of you playing it for solo, because like everyone says this, right? Co-op is more fun, obviously. With friends and stuff is always more fun. Having conversations, you know, laid back and, you know, just going through a whole thing. And let's say there's a boss, then you need to obviously concentrate a little bit more. And of course, that depends how familiar are you with the boss and how he actually does his attack patterns. And so can you be predictable? Do you know his layouts and whatnot, and what will he be doing next, as an example? So currently, as of this moment, together, all of us together, when I have been playing, I actually ended up playing once with Prime Panda and also had a Hobbit, like all together. That's pretty fantastic. I did not know you could do that as well. And so we could be all in one game and going into the boss room as an example and trying to kill him, right? Or her, or it, whatever. And so it actually works, and then the scores, right? I wanted to say souls, but it's not souls, it's echoes. Also weird twist sort of thing. But yes, anyway, the echoes and the rewards are being shared properly. And it's not like 50-50, like anything that drops, it can drop for you or the other individual, as an example. I love that. And it's actually very, very fair in some ways as well. Scaling, I actually think it's necessary, but some ways of another, I feel like it's a little bit weird. You know what I mean? Like in the online component of the scaling, it's weird. I don't know how that really works. Say like I'm level 51, I think I'm level 51 or 52 at the moment, and maybe even a little bit higher actually. So I joined another guy, he's on New Game Plus 2, and my health goes down. I don't quite understand that. Maybe there's some kind of component of limitations of how much you can take a hit or whatnot. Oh yeah, and also that my attacking is much far weaker. But I understand because this is New Game Plus 2, all the enemies are going to be far more tougher. So obviously you're going to have to deal more damage. And maybe that's why precisely you will require to make sure that you have more health and more leveling in New Game Plus mode, since it's being reduced on purposely. I don't know, it's just my thinking anyway of it. Alright, well, I think that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and yeah, have a good one.